Hello, everyone. Hello, Speed Gaming. What we've got tonight is yet another match of Azure Dreams Rack Me to the Top tournament, Random Toolkit 2 State Display Edition. Right now, our runners are already being counted down, so we will have the race ongoing soon. My name is Chai. I will be today with Septic Tank. He's currently making sure that our runners are good to go. And the match is DamagedPlushie versus Flying Machine. This is week 3 of the tournament. We are currently in losers bracket, so whoever loses today's match is out of the tournament, so the stake is high. And yeah, now there is a quick time for a prediction before we start the game. Before I start explaining everything, you've got around 1 minute to predict what kind of monsters we'll be playing with. But for those who don't know the game, Azure Dreams, it's a roguelite mystery dungeon game. We've got a tower of 40 floors to climb, and that's what our runners will be trying to do tonight. They'll be accompanied by a monster we call a familiar, and in this particular rule set, it's gonna be randomized. So that's what my question was about asking for predictions. But I can see that I was joined right now by Septic. Hey, Septic.
Hello, hello.
I presume our runners are ready. They'll be running soon-ish, as long as the stream catches up.
Correct. They have already been given the countdown, and we should be seeing them take off any moment.
Alrighty, Septic. So tell me, what is your prediction for the starter and the egg?
Starter and egg. Golem, always. Golem boy. And for the egg, I want to say a Barong. I
Oh,
want to see what happens. Plus, she got a Barong recently in her practice, and although in the egg it won't have its mixture magic, I don't think. Does it start with its magic?
in an egg, no.
And an egg it don't. Okay, so that would actually force them to use it
Gotcha machine.
as a gotcha machine. Yes.
Yeah, Plushie was sort of hyped for that Barong that she played with
Dragon.
yesterday, so yeah, maybe. But now we know it's a dragon. Okay. I don't think that you can get better than that. What is your mind about it?
It is most certainly one of the best familiars to have with you. The best, by stats for sure. But
I w-
it's
Go ahead, go
it's
ahead.
just really solid. I don't know. There's not a
Well,
whole lot of utility, and it's water, so that's even
yeah.
better.
To
But
me, dragon is the safest familiar when you just want to finish the tower. Basically, it's just so amazing. The stats are amazing. It's so powerful. It has an amazing ability of MP recovery. Basically, whatever metal dragon eats, it recovers. Was it 50 or 100 MP? So basically, it has infinite MP because there's
oh,
plenty of metal. Oh, not plus. Now the dragon became even more powerful. So what Naplas has? Uh,
the double HP trait.
yes.
I wonder if these runners, if both of them will at least level up once to make sure their mixture magic isn't
There is no
multi.
problem with that because Naplas doesn't have mixture
Naplus
magic.
doesn't have mixture magic. That's right.
Yeah, so
So it doesn't matter. Yeah.
they should go immediately with it and it will not change an element. So for those that don't know, this game has a mechanic called fusion where you can fuse two monsters together. You cannot really create anything new per se. But you can pass on abilities to another monster and you can change elements in a fusion. So in this case, Naplas has an ability of double HP like Septic said, and it can be passed on to Dragon. So Dragon on its own will already have great defense, great attack, everything great, and now it will also have like amazing HP, even more amazing than it originally has. So there is nothing bad about it, about this fusion. Probably our runners will go for it immediately, and from what we can see, Plushie has already went with it.
Yes, and I am heavily expecting because Plushie's very willing to let her familiar run AI4 as much as I yell at her about it as a coach, but In this case, it's not going to be that terrible for her to do. Double HP with some of the strongest natural stat gain, it might just work out really fine for her to have this kind of combination.
Oh yeah.
It definitely play to her style.
Whenever I'm playing with a dragon, to be honest, we could see already that Plushie was using something we call AI3, which is using dragon's mixture magic that we can see like a moment ago. And that is super powerful, especially when you can have a wand. But Dragon's attack is already so good that many times I just don't use AI3 at all, because sometimes it's just faster to let Dragon hit everything, so that you don't have to fight anything. You just keep Dragon next to your side and let it out to destroy everything whenever something comes at you. But of course, that's a preference of our runners, and there is no one definitely faster strategy. In some cases, attacking with mixture magic will be faster because it has a potential to be more powerful, but it can be also a little bit slower in terms of animation. So let's see how it unfolds.
And as long as she's sticking with the mixture magic, what we're really hoping to see for her is a stream wand that will amplify the usefulness of those mixture magic attacks. Um, but yeah, I think if she decided if either of these players decide to just go AI1, that is very valid with Dragon, especially fused with the Naples. And I do want to see from these two players working side by side with the dragon against any enemy. Like, even though he's water and at a negative element with this cyclone, uh, working side by side with the dragon to share the damage is going to be so huge.
Oh yeah. And we could see that, like on previous floor, Flying Machine in the end did fuse Naplas to a dragon. It looks like he was actually waiting for that level 2. Maybe it was some bad memory from previous match where his second monster had a spell and then he had to shuffle them. It was a little bit problematic. So he wanted to be sure that, like, okay, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna level up my dragon, and even if I fuse something else into it, it will not be problematic. And also interesting part is that other point that I mentioned with MP recovery for the dragon, that it's metal. Flying Machine is actually keeping 2 coins in his inventory, which is not something that you usually do, because coins are pretty much useless items. You just pick them up for money. For developing town, that's another element of this game that unfortunately we will not be seeing much in this kind of setup, because we are doing just racing the tower.
Yes, and actually, like, just given how common copper coins are, I wouldn't really bother having that taking up inventory space. Just keeping an eye on your MP, and you can easily just toss him one every once in a while, and he'll never have any MP problems.
Yep. I fully agree. It may be sort of a time loss if you have to manage this kind of stuff, but sometimes runners go for safety more than anything else, and that's definitely not a bad strategy. Like, as long as you can get to the top of the tower, that's an amazing feat. And if you can do it faster than your opponent, then you win the match.
Absolutely, and it's definitely not to say that holding onto the copper coins is a bad thing. Like, there's definitely nothing bad about this. At this point, it's just a decision I feel is, maybe unnecessary.
Mhm.
But it we can definitely say it's probably safer.
Yeah. We can see also that Flying Machine is using a certain strategy where he is using direct magic from that dragon on many monsters. And that's something that we normally don't see, because that magic actually costs quite much MP. I don't exactly remember whether Breath is 8 or 16 MP. I think it's 8. And if we take into account that the dragon has only maximum 70 MP, that's something that normally you wouldn't do, because you would exhaust your MP pool very, very quickly. But again, Dragon has such an easy way to recover MP that you are more than happy to do it without worrying about really anything.
And I was watching the MP as you were saying that. It looks like it takes 12 MP.
Oh, 12 MP. Okay.
Which, like
So
you said, with the dragon, it doesn't matter. Just grab a copper coin, feed it to him, and he's happy.
exactly.
And he
Uh,
just does that.
the only thing that like our runners may think about in such cases that that animation for breath is actually slower than mixture magic or a direct attack, but also in some cases it may be more powerful, so you may get away with just one attack instead of two. So it sort of depends, very situational like thingy, which one you should go with when you think about time.
It's not something I've played a lot with, using the direct attacks myself. So it could be a good thing that the players are practicing that, because that could be useful if they're tracking enemy monster health and the damage and whatnot. Could ultimately yield faster runs in the future.
Oh yeah. Maybe one thing that we didn't explain yet is okay, this is a race. So of course the winner of the race is the one who gets to the top floor first. But should our runners be not able to get to 40th floor, that they wouldn't be able to beat the tower, the winner is the one who gets higher. And should they die both on the same floor, the winner of the given match is the one who gets to the given floor first. So yes, safety is important. You want to get to floor 40, but if both of the runners should get to floor 40, you definitely want to make sure that you get there first. So safety is important, but you got to think about speed in as well. Oh, now very like dangerous situation on Flying Machine's side. His dragon became confused, and it's a powerhouse. You don't want to deal with the dragon. You cannot lift it. It's too heavy. So what do? Run away?
Yeah, I would just stay out of a direct line with it,
Yeah,
because
it
it
can.
will randomly fire its breath spell at you too. So
True.
just stay out of line with it and let it recover over time,
Okay,
and
it
everything should be
recovered.
fine.
No problem. In the meantime, we can see that Plushie is already on floor 6, Flying Machine right behind her. So at this point in time, they're pretty even, but it's only floor 6, so there is not much yet to be afraid of. But floor 6 is where, let's say, a little bit more dangerous monsters start showing up in normal case, because it's water monsters territory. But luckily for both of the runners, their monster is also water, so they don't have any elemental disadvantage. And dragon is so powerful that most probably they will not have any trouble on these floors at all.
And usually these are floors you want to just kind of skip by on as quickly as possible. It seems here Plushie is opting to do a little searching, because there is nothing that she's afraid of. This floor is basically as threatening as the previous 5 floors to her with this dragon around. There is one caveat. Yeah, don't let him run away. That's
Yeah,
one.
uh, it will survive probably everything. Plushie, AI. When that dragon doesn't listen to you and you set it to AI 3, it will just walk away. It will not fight. That can be very
Does she
dangerous.
know to...
Change to AI1, Plushie. Okay, those are. And that monster on Plushie's side, that dragon is running away from rather than fighting, Bloom, is actually sort of scary in that sense that it can also confuse your monsters. So,
Okay,
or actually brainwash.
she's
And
fixing it, but now it's fighting 2 monsters, and that could be a little rough for it. It's gonna 2 to 3 smack each of them.
in the meantime, while Plushie is fighting this situation, which she will come out of probably on top, Flying Machine actually got to floor 7, so he took the lead. Yeah, there you go. Dragon is okay. It was a little bit low on HP, but think about like normal monsters at this point would have been dead long time ago. But the double HP really is helping her.
I do hope she's tracking her MP, because right now she's down to 3 MP. She needs to go in and grab a coin and feed it to him, or the DO wall.
I doubt that she is. As far as I know, there is this nice window that we see above game feed. It's called state display that tells us everything that is happening in their inventory and with their stats. But as far as we know, Plushie actually doesn't usually use those windows at all. She only goes by game HUD. But yeah, it looks like Plushie was aware of it, and MP is recovered. She has no problem at all.
And did she use her pita fruit on him?
Yeah, but dragons don't like pitas, right?
No,
They
the
don't
reason why I
recover
ask is
50.
because he gained 1 extra max MP, and
Yes.
maybe I'm wrong, but did she do that with a coin?
No. That was definitely pita. Dragons
Okay.
don't like pita. Pita is normally an item that recovers MP. But yeah, dragons don't like fruits. So I think it recovers only like 3 MP for them. But pita also has a special attribute to it that if you feed a pita to a monster when it's at max MP, it will gain additional MP points. So that's why Plushie has now 71 MP.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if I was saying that wrong, because as far as I knew, yeah, pitas were the only way. Pita fruit and big pita fruit was the only way to increase max MP.
Okay,
Alright,
Plushie
now
was
she
able
is
to.
taking the lead.
Yeah, she has taken the lead back. In the meantime, we can see Flying Machine fighting U-boats. Normally, these monsters would be super scary, but with double HP Dragon, just set it to AI 1 and you've got nothing to worry about. Actually, that's the same for Plushie. She's trying to lift that U-boat. Plushie is known for lifting monsters a lot, and she has quite good luck with this strategy. But when you have a dragon that is so powerful, I don't know what is faster. I would just say
Oh no.
let it destroy everything. Yeah, and that's the thing that we are talking about. Now the dragon is brainwashed, so you have to run away. At least for a while.
Yeah, this is the caveat that I was worried about. Like I said, these floors are nowhere near or as just as threatening as the previous floors, except for this one little ordeal where balloons can brainwash the dragon, and all of a sudden you got a 70 HP monster just staring you down. Not a fun time.
Okay, Flying Machine opts to take 2 hits instead of fighting that Bloom, and he also gets to floor 9. And we see a really good Near Breath Ball. That's amazing. They didn't have any spell ball. Near Breath is not so ideal for them because they already have water magic from a dragon, and the Near Breath is actually water spell ball. But yeah, it's always a good find. But other than that, we also found an egg. Is there anything interesting in this egg, or potentially interesting for us, Septic?
Oh yeah, so there's the potential for a clown, which will give access to double magic growth, as well as a ranged magic spell when used with mixture magic. That could be really good for survivability. The other option would be a U-boat. And U-boat is basically a reusable star glasses. As long as you have some herbs, once it gets down to 0 MP, you can even just feed them a single herb, give them 2 or 3 MP, and immediately use the star glasses effect again, called Scout. Very, very good for speed. Knowing where the elevator is probably one of the biggest pieces of information that could be obtained. And it does not only that, but it also gives item locations and floor layout.
Definitely, U-boat would be huge. But in the meantime, Plushie has found something that made her dragon even more powerful than it already is, and it's a stream wand. And we can see its power already. She actually had a little bit worse wand for these floors. These floors are mainly fire, and she was using golf wand that is of wind element. We've got an elemental triangle in this game. Fire beats wind, wind beats water, water beats fire. Her monster is water, and she's now fighting lots of fire monsters, but she was using wind element wand, so that was like decreasing her damage a bit. Now that she's using a water wand with water monster, that decrease will not be there. That's one thing, but it will also increase the power of her magic. Like basically now her power magic is magic power is doubled.
And it looks like she did some quick inventory management. Got a holy bell, which is a huge safety when moving to new floors or running into the rare monster den trap. It's always good to have a holy bell in hand.
Watch out, Plushie, your HP on Ko is very low.
Yeah, you don't want to stand in line with that.
Yeah, just let Dragon take care of this Griffon. It will be very easy. Yeah, 3 hits and it will be done for. And we can see that Flying Machine actually takes the lead in the meantime. While Plushie was exploring floor 11, he got to floor 12.
Did he use his exit loop? No, he still has his exit loop.
No, he still has it.
A little bit of left-right luck there.
Exactly. Our runners are, of course, not allowed to watch each other's streams, so they don't know where one of them is. To them, they just have a tower to fight with, without absolutely no knowledge of what we are saying here or what the enemy is doing or the opponent is doing. So yeah, they both have still exit loop. That is pretty much a free information of where the elevator is. I would say that floor 12 is one of those floors where I would actually go for those, because we start seeing on floor 12 one of the scariest monsters in the tower, if not like the scariest, especially for how early it shows up, and it's a Kraken. Not a Dreamian. It's Kraken. Krakens are super tough. They recoil damage at you, and they hit like a truck and a half. So yeah, definitely way too early. With the dragon, they should be able to deal with Krakens, but you just don't want to see Krakens. If you see Krakens, you walk away. Oh, and Flying Machine was able to actually find second exit loop.
One of my favorite items to find myself.
Looks like Flying Machine actually had his dragon set to AI 4, which made it so that the dragon went after the Griffon rather than follow Ko that it normally does. But dragon is already so powerful. Look at that HP, 86 HP. Nothing even comes close, and he's got elemental advantage against most of the monsters, apart from this Kraken that we see right now. How will he deal with them?
And then Plushie takes the lead again.
Oh, nice. Plushie was luckier in getting.
Match.
Oh yeah, and really nice elevator luck. Plushie has only one exit loop, while Flying Machine has 2 of them, so that is one thing in his advantage. Oh, another elevator in the spawn room. So Plushie takes the lead by 3 floors, but both of our runners are actually going through exactly the same tower, so Flying Machine will have exactly the same elevator luck once he gets to floor 13. So he should be able to quickly catch up. Oh, unfortunate, again AI4, which made his dragon go after the Dreaming rather than go with him. So did you maybe septic train Flying Machine?
I did not train anyone to use AI4. Let's be clear on that.
A little bit of trolling from my side.
Always trolling from your
Always trolling. But yeah, we can see right now that Flying Machine is getting exactly the same elevator lag. Floor 13 and 14 will be simple. Plushie was also able to find floor 15 elevator quite quickly. Let's see how... Oh, actually Flying Machine decides to get some experience from this troll. To get some safety.
I definitely don't hate that decision. Like, as long as those other monsters stay asleep, nothing wrong with just going ahead and grabbing a little bit of extra XP.
Exactly. Plushie is doing now the same. There is a sleeping troll. She's gonna kill it and get, I think, level 11 with that. Yeah, there you go. That dragon is already quite powerful, but of course, the higher we are in the tower, the stronger the monsters we're gonna encounter. So being more powerful doesn't hurt at all.
And look what we have on the left screen. On Plushie's side,
There you go.
we've got a barong.
Plushie's favorite monster. So it's a gacha machine. You toss an item at it and it tosses any other random item at you back. And you can do it as long as that monster has an MP. This kind of item transformation takes, I don't remember, 16 MP maybe. So yeah, now we can see that Barong already exhausted his MP, but Plushie continues with it, like giving it a pita fruit and continuing tossing some items, hoping for something amazing. I think I know what she's hoping for. Can you tell me, Septic?
Most likely the roach fruit.
Yeah. What would the roach fruit do? And is it? Oh, just alive.
The roach fruit, when thrown at a monster that isn't an awake barong, it will go ahead and turn them into an egg. And the one monster that will probably be more desirable than a dragon right now, no, Revan, it is not. It is a Garuda. Where safety becomes not so much of a worry.
Watch out, Plushie. That is one troublesome situation, because that's another monster that can actually give us some trouble to our dragon. We should be able to beat it even in a like one-on-one fight with an elemental disadvantage. But there is this one additional thing that Garuda has. It can steal your monster and teleport to any other location. Exactly the same ability that makes Garuda amazing. It also makes it scary for your familiar. And there you go, Flying Machine actually reaches floor 17 first, so he takes again the lead. And we actually saw the elevator on the spin, so he knows where to go. Oh, 3 balls. That's an interesting situation.
That's interesting, because the Maniva's usual pathing shouldn't take it to that other...
It shouldn't. Location. Can it be that we actually have three balls in this location?
Might be.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, Salamander didn't detect anything. Oh, please don't soft lock.
Plushie is thinking. Nia Sled, another water ball that's not so good, but 2 blinder balls, that's amazing.
That's a huge find.
Yeah.
That room is so valuable. 2 blinders. The Nia Sled, like you said, it's not that amazing because we're walking around with a Napless infused water dragon. Fire monsters are not going to be that big of a threat at all as we go through this tower, but those 2 blinder balls literally counter any monster that's in your way.
Exactly, and she already has a Nia Bread ball, so another Nia Sled in this kind of situations. Oh, Plushie, watch out for this one. If your dragon is taken away, she's going again with her lift lock.
Oh, this is scary.
That is very scary. It would
she might be able to kill it with a...
Okay, there you go. Okay. That's her legendary luck. And we know from the state display window on Flying Machine side that he actually didn't find those blinder balls. I would say that, like, safety-wise, they're both safe because the dragon is so amazing that they've got very good chance of reaching the top of the tower. But if they have to fight against some annoying wind monsters that they will at some point, they can just blind them, or Plushie can blind them and walk away, while Flying Machine doesn't have this luxury.
Correct. He does have a light seed to deal with one monster. Or if he wants to, actually he has a light and CC. So when he gets to the wind floors, he could very well just change his dragon to fire for that duration. So that it could fight everything that he needs it to fight.
Oh, Plushie, don't walk into Manoivas.
Ash Metal has the question, so just notice, does the dragon spit right before it punches you? Sometimes. It's actually not something it does every time it attacks. But occasionally it will do a little spit animation as well. Which I've always loved, to be honest. I always found it hilarious.
Yeah, makes him look tough, which he definitely is. We can see also on Flying Machine's side that he actually never found that stream wand, so he's utilizing mostly Dragon's sheer attack power of letting him fight your fights rather than using mixture magic. He's still keeping a golf wand, I guess, just in case he needs to... Oh, watch out! There you go, transforming Manoiva. That ball was hiding. But yeah, that dragon has no problem fighting anything. It already has 100 HP at max. It's just sick how safe the dragon is.
I'm pretty sure at this point it could fight off element against most anything. Like maybe not a golem late stages, but even then, I have to be curious about that.
I think it will be able to. Of course, like the dragon will get higher levels, so it will be a little bit more powerful. You don't want to like fight 2 golems, but 1 golem you probably can take on. Oh, watch out! Flying Machine. Yeah, command your dragon to fight that spider. Because when you've got 2 enemies next to you and you don't choose your target, dragon is very happy to randomly select the target for you. And you wanted definitely to fight that spider, which was actually able to hurt the dragon.
Oh, and that was near the beginning of the floor. Plus, she's already found that room that Maneva was in.
And she used
right
exit
after
loop.
entering the floor.
So she knows where the elevator is, so she can maybe take back the leak right now. They're going back and forth all the time.
I like this decision for her to use the Mizar on the dragon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's gonna be fighting your battles. Make him have all the HP he needs.
Exactly.
And strength.
Technically, when it comes to this type of mixture magic, most of the power comes from the power of Ko. So you want Ko to be as powerful as possible. But like we see right now, Plushie seems to have switched her idea to let dragons do all the fighting, rather her doing it. So Ko doesn't need anything. You just need to let the dragon fight it for you. Uh-oh. Yeah, just let the dragon walk there. And...
now that's completely normal, don't worry about
it. Another blinder.
Oh,
at this
man.
point, I don't know. Would I even like keep that ball?
I like this. Like having 3 blinders? Yeah, let's just go ahead and use this one we found and blind this Maneva.
There you go.
Dragon will go ahead and take one of the hits.
And it didn't matter at this point because Plushie is letting that dragon kill the Maneva.
Yeah, she wants to go ahead and remove this light seed and...
Yeah, she's got 2, so should she want to like change the element, she can later on and go back to water because she also has a CC. And there you go, Plushie takes the lead again.
Spawning in the room, I would just, AI1.
Yeah, exactly.
And walk out of danger yourself.
Oh no, actually Plushie prefers...
Oh yeah.
And that was a good decision, because I think that Widok has actually 65 HP. We could see that Dragon could do 30 HP damage in single hit, so she would need to have 2 more hits. But with the mixture magic, she was able to deal 46, and there you go, disposing of that Widok. So in the end, the mixture magic is definitely still more powerful, but in many cases it may be too dangerous, or let's say less safe. And why would you want to risk it when you can just let the dragon kill everything?
Wow, this dragon just two-hit the Arachne.
Yeah.
This is so insane.
And Plushie has found also another amazing item for safety that makes her climb uh, probably even easier, a familiar bell. Care to explain, Septic, what it does?
So the familiar belt is not a naturally strong item. It needs a very specific event to happen. And for that event to be either you or your pet to hit a warp trap. And what the familiar battle will do is it will just call your familiar to wherever you're at. Simple as that. It'll just keep you grouped with your familiar as needed.
Flying machine, you are playing with fire here.
That is a fire monster, yes.
No, like that Widok actually attacked flying machine, attacked Ko, and he just ran out of MP. That was so lucky. And he didn't switch his dragon to AI1, so the dragon was just following him rather than fighting that Widok. So that was very scary situation. And the dragon was actually quite low on HP. So as much as we say that the dragon is super safe because it's super powerful and with the fusion of Naplas it has lots of HP, it can still go to lower amounts of HP. And when you let it happen, your dragon may die. Oh, for example, right now you've got a very bad spawn. Okay, Nia Breath will dispose of that Widok. That's a good idea. But you still have two unicorns to deal with.
Oh, and I just noticed Flying Machine took the lead yet again.
Yeah,
It's
again.
just bouncing back and forth.
And Plushie is
This is
just
crazy.
5-5ing him on floor 20. Let's see how she deals with that. That Widok actually is sleeping, so it's not so scary. But Plushie decides to go with AI3. Yeah, mixture magic to hits. Widok will be done for. And I guess she will run away. No, she actually fights that unicorn. That will be 3 hits. In the meantime, we can see that Flying Machine is also fighting the unicorns, but with just the power of the dragon. Oh, that blind is actually a little
I'm
bit
gonna cause
bad.
an issue right now. It's pointed away from Ko. It's gonna go ahead and continue smacking the unicorn, but the other unicorn is gonna get to attack it now. Oh wait, it's not attacking it.
Yeah, it wasn't. Okay. You cannot color a familiar that is lost.
Oh, this is
That is
trouble.
very
Familiar
bad.
bell. Oh, I would have.
That is not what you would use it for normally, but it worked
I
for a while.
I don't hate the idea, but this is way too scary now.
Okay. You cannot give. You have to toss it, but you don't have time
Oh
for it.
no.
Okay, that dragon is dead. Unfortunately. Nope. That's a very big loss for Flying Machine.
It is.
Yeah, there you go. And Plushie found an elevator and she's on floor 21 and with a dragon.
Floor 22.
Floor 22. Flying
Okay, so
that is
Flying Machine
unfortunate.
is now going commando. This is gonna make everything a lot interesting here. And he doesn't have all the extra safety that Plushie has with 3 blinder balls and the extra Nia ball. Like now those Nia balls are worth.
There is a ball. What would that ball be? Nia Breath. You will need 2 shots, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
you
that
need
did
to
a lot
take.
of damage.
It did. But now that you invested, I would actually like still continue. Yeah, one more shot, take a hit from a unicorn, get that ball, hope that it's something fire, and get the egg back that can be used. Okay, less sleep. That's not
That's
bad.
good.
That is very good. That is definitely a safety item that he needs right now.
I want to see him immediately throw it away if it stays asleep. Okay. It
Okay.
worked out anyway. He could have taken that step and it could have woke up and then he'd be back into the same situation of it following him. That's not to me the most desirable end result, but luckily that did not happen. Oh yeah,
Oh,
you
actually,
can
that is
sneak
a
up
really
there.
nice elevation that worked for him amazingly well, so he could avoid that spider hit. Because monsters cannot hit you from two distance of the elevation, and monsters have sort of very weak AI in terms of movement that they will try to get to you in the closest distance possible. So yeah, in this case, that spider didn't follow immediately, Ko, and get nice easy exit.
So I saw the elevator on the spin for Plushie, and it's on the other side of that room that she just spawned in. So I wonder if she noticed it. She's taking the time to kill this unicorn. Let's see if she heads that way. Yeah, it looks like she noticed it. It was a really scary room. There was another Viper in there as well, but it walked out.
Mm. Can we say that there is anything scary for Plushie with what she has her inventory and her familiar?
Nothing should be scary at this point, for sure. She could
At, thi-
easily holy build the situation.
at this point, she probably doesn't need any more inventory that she has right now, and that is actually a situation that sort of to many is a little bit troublesome in an extent, to an extent, because when you have too much good items, you're starting to worry which one should I use, and it takes time away from you. While Flying Machine doesn't have this uh, problem, he just basically has to find the elevator as soon as he can, and whenever he picks up an item, he sees an item, he picks up an item and tries to use it because he doesn't have any other option. Yeah, we can see right now Plushie again. She wants to have that Olim, but what will she give up? Okay, so it looks like she already gave up the idea of fire seed, then this CC doesn't make any sense anymore. She gave it up, and now she has an Olim.
Yep, and it looks like Flying Machine did not see the elevator. So he ran away from that room and he just continued running.
Maybe he was just afraid of the room because it was quite scary start.
It was that could be. Oh my goodness! And
Oh,
it's in a
it's
dead end.
horrible. Yeah, that might be very tough for a Flying Machine. Again, Plushie can fight anything, so for her, even such kind of situations, even though sometimes time consuming, in the end she should be able to handle them. But for Flying Machine, it's right now life or death situation. There you go. Yeah, I like the decision of
Oh,
waiting, but yeah, there is a block behind. So you do need that pickup. The pickup didn't work. You need the pickup now. Unfortunately, there is very bad situation on the other side waiting, and he cannot take any hit anymore. This might be it for him. Holy Scroll, that will give you some time, but what will you do with this time?
uh, I don't think that's the option anymore.
Not
Either one
anymore.
of those might one-shot him. You want to use it?
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
and
go.
Vipers
He
hit
goes
harder than
down.
blocks.
He goes down on floor 23. Plushie is already on floor 24. So round one to Plushie. But this is a match of best of three, so nothing is lost for Flying Machine. He still has a chance. We'll be loading new set of seats now. So while Septic is taking care of letting our runners know about the result of game number one and asking them to load seat number two, give me your predictions. What do you think will happen in seat two in terms of starting familiar and a starter egg? Or what would you like to see? It's one thing that I didn't actually say last time. So this is a randomizer. One of our community members called Programmer, he made this randomizer. This specific rule set that we are using in the tournament allows us to have randomized inventory, apart from few other things that are randomized. What we will get is definitely always pita fruit and a medicinal herb. We will additionally on top of that get random weapon, random shield, random egg, and random ball. In the previous match, we've seen, or in the current game number 1, we've seen quite good starting items, but everything was pretty much overshadowed with the dragon that like was a starter monster because it's so powerful, so we didn't have a chance even to discuss about anything else. But yeah, maybe this time we'll have something a little bit more creative to our runners that they will make them sweat a bit more. So yeah, what kind of predictions do we have?
Golem.
Golem again. Enough of dragons. Yeah, time to cool down with snowman. Ooh, snowman would be interesting. Snowman is one of the plushies least favorite monster, I would say. Can you agree, Septic?
Wait, which one? Sorry, I was.
Snowman, maybe a saber, right? It's evolution.
Oh, Plushie's actually gotten a lot more familiar with him, and she actually doesn't dislike him as much. She still probably doesn't want to run with it, but especially since how many times she's ran with it.
Yeah, that I remember that when she was practicing for the tournament, quite often when she was randomizing seeds, she was getting a saber, which is an evolution of a snowman, and she hated it in the beginning. But it was mostly because she was not very familiar with other monsters than the standard CUNY, so she just didn't know how to play with it. But now that she got better with it, she might not mind it as much. But yeah, we can see Plushie loading her second seed, and then seed is correct. Septic will let our runners know. In the meantime, Flying Machine is having some technical difficulties of setting up seed number 2, but we should be back with the game very, very quick. I would definitely want to see killers. We didn't have killers yet in this tournament as a starting monster. So I presume he's trying to get rid of this frame counter. Could you Septic check
I
with Flying Machine whether this is what he's trying to get rid of? Oh yeah, there you go. He found the option, and we will just confirm the seed soon-ish. And match number 2.
have got Plushie's C confirmed, just waiting for his.
So yeah, a little bit more about the randomizer options that we are using right now. Apart from the randomized inventory that we are using, we are also using few other options from the randomizer. There are much more, but this is the one that we decided, or these are the ones that we decided upon. One of them being randomized spell balls in the whole tower. Normally, spell balls have very specific element to them. So like attack spell balls are fire, healing spell balls are water, or like defensive, let's call them, are water. Uh, Status inducing balls are wind, and that's how the game was designed. But in the randomizer we can enable an option that all of the elements of the balls can be swapped. So, for example, we can have attacking wind or attacking water balls, or we can have defensive fire balls, or we can have status balls that are water, etc. So that introduces some additional strategy to the game, because well, in normal setup, when you're playing any percent category of this game, you usually want to change your familiar to water while keeping fire spell balls, so that you can deal with pesky wind monsters, while water familiar helps you with all of the um, fire monsters, and there is only one pesky water monster at the top of the tower, so you can deal with it using your neutral element. But yeah, when you're randomizing the spell balls, suddenly you may get wind attacking balls, and you may also get a little bit different element for certain monsters, because if we change the element of the starting monster, This will also apply to all of the monsters of this type in the tower. So for example, maximum, which is like on highest floors in the tower, is normally fire. If, for example, they would get water maximum as a starter, maximum in the tower would be water as well. And in such case, that wind spell ball, wind attacking spell ball would be very, very amazing for that, because you could quickly dispose of those monsters. But yeah, we don't know what's going to happen in this tower and how it's going to be randomized. We're going to learn about this soon. First matter of randomization is the starting monster, and that can potentially affect a lot of things, especially when it comes to strategy that both of our runners are going to employ.
All right, we got the countdown. They're about ready to set off.
Alrighty, so once the stream catches up, we'll see them starting, and the mystery of the starting familiar will be soon solved to us.
Come on, Barong in the egg.
Barong in the egg. That one would definitely make our runners think a lot, because Barong, like we've seen on Plushie's side in the game number 1, can be very useful in terms of getting lucky with items. You can potentially get the best items and hence the best familiar thanks to that. But if it comes as a starter, it actually comes with Awoken spell that is another option of the randomizer. And the spell that Barong has is actually pretty nice. It actually is pretty safe because it's a ranged spell. And that would allow our runners to... oh, Plushie didn't start her timer, so we'll have to keep the timing everything based on flying machine timer. But yeah, my previous thought that Barong has pretty good mixture magic that allows you to beat the tower. But it's not a Barong, it's Ifrit. Ifrit is not bad. It's not amazing, but it gives us good mixture magic. The only problem with Ifrit is that we cannot lift it, and that's definitely a negative side to this monster. But it's very solid. It should let our runners go far with it. So let's see how they do. But of course, first they will probably check the egg, because the egg can be something amazing.
I think it's always important to point out that Ifrit, while it's not something a runner runs with every day, it is definitely familiar. In the sense that it starts with the basic sword magic. A few different familiars do start with the basic sword mixture magic, and regardless of the form of the familiar, not having the lift ability is obviously a thing, but neither does Dragon, and they did fine with that. This one, not so tanky, not so good at the AI1 strats, but when it comes to wand magic, usually you have your monster behind you, and it's all the same in the end.
Interesting choice on Flying Machine's side. So they got a metal in the egg, and he actually prefers to go with metal rather than Ifrit. Metal is an evolved monster like Ifrit. It has a special trait of double defense, which will make it quite tanky, but its mixture magic is not so good. So I think in the end that Ifrit will be fused into a metal so that we can have the mixture magic. But let's see what he will decide. Plushie decided to go with Ifrit.
I think he's not. I think Flying Machine isn't noticing the elevation difference here. That he just swung twice, but to the direct side of him, and there's a third time. That troll's at an angle. Okay, now he's just attacking the troll.
Yeah, but we can see also how tanky that metal is. It is wind, troll is fire, so it has elemental advantage. But the troll was still able to hit it only for 1. Yeah, there was elevation disadvantage on troll side, but still, having elemental advantage actually should neutralize it. So that's how tanky that block is.
It's interesting. He actually did not search the entire floor either. He took the elevator as soon as he saw it. So I'm wondering if he's a little concerned with the speed, considering that in the last round when he went down, I did immediately send the message. So he probably knows that he was a little bit behind. He doesn't know about how much, but I'm curious if that's what his thought process is here.
That is
He
very
basically
much
skipped
possible.
exploring floor 2 entirely.
One thing on Flying Machine's side, he actually opted to equip Golf Wand, which we discussed in the previous match. It's an elemental wand of wind element, and it's unfortunately cursed. So now he's stuck with it until he finds a decurse scroll. But okay, you have to be very careful with what you're doing right now, because that Ifrit might die. So Flying Machine decided to in the end go with Ifrit. Maybe he saw mixture magic of metal not being so good, especially that actually in this case it wouldn't power up metal's mixture magic at all. Metal's mixture magic power depends fully on level of the spell rather than whatever Ko is equipped with.
Correct. So, and now that he's stuck with a wind wand, but he's using Ifrit, there's obviously that element disorientation. I'm assuming he's gonna be really hoping for a decurse scroll. Just at least hopefully switches one later. Because with Ifrit, that wand actually does matter a lot.
Yeah, at this point, actually, this in this case, this wind wand doesn't cause any power decrease when he's fighting a wind monster, and when he's fighting a water monster, actually it will cause a little bit of an increase. But there is this additional damage multiplier when you match your monster element with the element of the wand, and he doesn't have it right now. And the biggest problem is that he's stuck with that wind wand, and the wind is a little bit problematic element in the tower because many scary things in the tower are fire, so wind is naturally weak against fire.
And just now, Plushie has taken back a lead. They're in the same room with the elevator.
Both of them decide to fight, and I don't blame them. Those two balls look tempting. That's definitely a resource that they want to have. In the previous match, they had a dragon that could take care of pretty much everything. But in this match, that Ifrit, oh no! There you go. Flying Machine unfortunately loses the Ifrit to the turn order. What he's going to do, is it acid rain time?
Oh, using that so early when he just lost his familiar.
I would use acid rain and check the other balls.
Actually, one of those balls is an acid rain, I think, because Plushie has a second one, so
Oh yeah, so that would be
it's gonna be
like,
worth. But the other ball
yeah.
is just a recovery.
Well, it's still useful. It's not as useful as many other balls, but it's okay. But he already has 3 recovery balls, so oh.
And there is a bright side to all this. He's pulling back out metal, and he's traveling just now to floor 6. So dealing with the water monsters is not going to be that big of an issue. As long as he makes use of that mixture magic.
Okay, it seems that Flying Machine actually has some experience with that metal, because he knew that mixture magic actually is, as amazing as it is, it actually is quite expensive. So you definitely don't want to run around with AI 3. You want to keep it at AI 2 and use mixture magic only whenever you need it. Like Septic said, it will be super powerful weapon against water monsters, like right now. And that pita fruit is definitely something good, because again, this is very MP consuming monster. So you want to have lots of MP recovery items. Unfortunately, we don't have as easy MP recovery like we had in the previous game with the dragon. Now we do have to worry about MP.
Yeah, he definitely seems to not want to use it for a single target. Maybe he'll use it here with both of these. No. He's just trying to exploit Metal's tankiness, it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, there he goes. But that's not going to reach the Cyclone.
No, no. Unfortunately, in the corridor, it only touches all of the tiles around Co. It doesn't do anything where that cyclone is staying. But interestingly, Plushie has also switched back to metal, and her Ifrit is alive. I wonder what is the thought process here.
Probably trying to use them specifically for what they're good with. Like, the metal here is going to be extremely strong against these water monsters. She knows this very well. And she doesn't even have to get close to them.
Yeah, there you go. So maybe the idea is here, like, okay, we are on water floors. Let's keep that wind metal as long as we can while it's useful. But once we reach floor 10, which is essentially fire floor, then we're gonna go back to Ifrit, or maybe even fuse that metal and Ifrit.
That's what I would have done. I would have gone ahead and fused the metal into the Ifrit. Because in the end, having that AoE spell, she's obviously wanting that, but right now, Ifrit is not gaining any experience at all in the bag. So, when she gets to the fire floors, if she is wanting to switch back to Ifrit, it's not going to be that strong. It's missing out on all this XP.
And we can see that Plushie actually also equipped Gulf Wand. I will definitely want to ask her whether she equipped it in hope that the metal mixture magic will be more powerful with it, or what was the reason for that Gulf Wand. But also Plushie has found in the meantime two amazing items. Pillar Ball, that's huge one. Right now, that is the spell ball that will definitely help her deal with many monsters. But she also has found an egg, and that egg again can be something really, really good, like Septic said in the previous game. For example, Clown or a U-boat. Did we learn in the previous game what that egg was?
I do not think we did. I don't think either runner decided to worry about it. Running around with a buff dragon, you really don't need the clown at that point. So the U-boat would have been the only thing that could have been good, and it becomes a question of potentially waste the time to find out it's not one, or spend the time for what will hopefully return that time.
Their inventory looks pretty good right now. There is an egg, there is pillar ball, there is a holy scroll. Flying machine didn't. Oh no, he did find a pillar ball as well. So yeah, that is pretty good inventory. Plushie has two acid rain balls. Flying machine has actually only one of them having a charge, and I think he should have tossed that ball so that it doesn't confuse him which one is the right one. But Plushie has a truth glasses, so she probably will check the egg. And there you go, it's a clown egg.
It's a clown.
I think Plushie will go for it. I somehow feel that she will prefer to go with a clown.
I think it's definitely worth it. In fact, she can actually fuse that with the metal. I would want the clown to win the fusion. Metal might have better stats, but I have, a lot of value into the liftable aspect of clown. But I think that could be either... It could be argued either way for sure. But either way, yeah, I do want to see this clown get hatched in this case.
Yeah, and was that... Yeah, truth glasses were found on floor number 7, so let's hope that Flying Machine finds it too, so that he knows about it. But even without truth glasses, I probably would have hatched that egg regardless, because potentially it can be something amazing. We already know that it's amazing, and we would see that Plushie was going for it. She's having a small break because that Manoiva entered the room and Plushie doesn't want to deal with it. Will she have to? It looks like she will have to, because that Manoiva is going in her direction. But no, Flying Machine doesn't find Truth Glasses. He goes to floor 8 without checking the egg, and he does take the lead, but and he finds also floor 8 elevator pretty quickly, so he's now floor 9. But if Plushie hatches that egg, oh, amazing elevator luck. Oh, a bit bad with the Chaos trap. He's got anti-Chaos Herb, but he opts to wait because he wants to keep it for something else.
I do like that decision to just preserve the, to go ahead and preserve that herb.
Exactly.
There was nothing threatening him. And getting confused while around any kind of monsters can often lead to death. It's not something you really want to have to deal with.
Yeah, there you go. You've got Flying Machine on floor 10. He has reached the realm of fire monsters, especially powerful ones like Griffon that can snipe that metal from afar, so you have to be very, very careful while it is wind. You've got a CC, maybe it's the time to change to water with that metal if you don't have any better option. We know that you have a better option of a clown, but but it looks like it's only Plushie who is committing to that.
And yeah, there was a lot of monster interruptions. She's only finally now getting the egg fully hatched. Oh, but she's got to deal with this maneuver before she does that.
Oh, she opts to go to the next floor. Yeah,
it's one pump away, so.
Dreaming being a Dreaming on Flying Machine side, putting that metal to sleep.
Oh, that's rough.
Let's hope there is no tough starting. Okay, there is. He doesn't have room to breathe, and that's gonna be actually quite tough because that volcano, yeah, it's very powerful. Even the CC, yeah, you cannot take too many hits, buddy.
He's got a medicinal. How hard is that volcano hitting? Oh, he's got recovery balls. This is actually a really good strat. He's making use of those balls.
As good as it is, it's also quite slow. You can see Plushie hitting the same confusion trap, but she actually uses anti-chaos herb to recover quickly. And we know that she already has hatched that clown. So what will be her decision? What kind of fusion we will see?
I'm hoping she pulls out the clown and lets it level up at least once before fusing into metal. Or fusing metal into it.
Does it really matter in this case? I think like the mixture magic that the resulting monster would have, you would still probably use them with direct command. Okay, but interesting combination that Plushie is doing. She first created a fire metal, so that now that she fuses, that metal will be fire as well. So she will keep the best of both worlds here.
I actually don't know. What is Sled gonna get overwritten?
Yes, it's gonna get overridden.
Okay. I haven't done too many fusions that involve more than 2 monsters, so.
Yeah, there you go. Sled is going away. We've got down. So we will have a water medal with double magic. That is amazing because now she has a range magic that is very good, the Sla down, but she also has Labind mixture magic that its power depends solely on the level of that magic. And with Clown having double spell level, that spell will become powerful very, very quickly. So she's got way to deal with multiple monsters using AoE, and she's got way to deal with single monsters from afar by using down spell. That is huge for Plushie.
And on the Flying Machine side, he has found a Noah Breath Ball. So he has solutions for water monsters. While his metal is water right now, I don't think they are going to be too much of an issue in the near future anyways, but I mean, Vipers still hit very hard.
Oh yeah.
But it's metal. So
So this is the time to use mixture magic, maybe? Yeah, there you go. Power of a metal. But unfortunately, that volcano went after Ko. Luckily for Flying Machine, pickup worked. There is 5 out of 8 chance that it will work. It did work in this case, and he was able to get to floor 12.
I liked his attempt there to push the other monster away from him using his familiar. It's unfortunate it didn't work out. You really can't rely on Cole and your familiar being the same distance from the monster, because their choice of who they go after it's wonky to say the least. Sometimes they'll go after the familiar, sometimes they'll go straight for Ko. But I like the idea.
Unfortunate situation of being pincered by 2 Krakens. Right now you don't have any dragon that could deal with it. But yeah, that Noah breath will deal with the Krakens, but you have to remember that it has very, very short distance. I think it was only 4 tiles. So one charge wasted. That's unfortunate. But yeah, very quick work of that Kraken with a single spell ball. What do we do now? He does.
Just mixture magic it.
Fire crystal will work, but it will take a little bit time. Oh, you have to watch out, because now second pillar will be your death. But luckily for Flying Machine, Griffon didn't go for it. But now you have to deal with this Newell. What will you do?
This Newell did take 1 hit from the salamander. Yeah, block is not gonna.
Oh, you're gonna change back to wind. That didn't help
3
that
damage.
much.
No, this is really bad. Newell's ability to heal itself is gonna make this such a grind.
Oh yeah, I don't think. Oh yeah, you will have to wait until Newell runs out of MP, which will take quite a long time.
If he continues with this strategy, Plushie could easily catch up. Actually, she's already on the same floor.
Oh yeah. And I would argue that she's in a little bit better situation. We know that she's got another Kraken coming here, and she didn't find that Noah Breath Ball. But there is an Olim Fruit that will also get rid. Holy, that also works.
Oh, I hope she remembers what I said about...
Metal lost to a Newell. So yeah, it was dealing only 1 damage, but if you deal it 20 times, then you deal 20. So unfortunately, Flying Machine is now again without any familiar. Plushie is in a much better situation. She's on the same floor. She's got quite good inventory. She's got amazing familiar. And Flying Machine is at 3 HP. So what will you do?
Medis. Oh, he doesn't
Only
have this one. Yeah, just get rid of it.
Yep. But now you have to be aware of the fact that any trap can easily kill you. Now Flying Machine, that actually made him hatch an egg, which might save him if he is able to hatch that egg, because we know what is in that egg, and that will be an amazing familiar. I'm just not so sure, because Flying Machine is a little bit newer runner to this game. Does he know that Clown actually offers a ranged mixture magic? That is a very important question here.
I would be curious about that too. So far, I've been pretty impressed with his play. He hasn't, until this tournament, he hasn't actually shown off any of his play. So really all we've got going on with knowledge about him is that he plays pretty good. And where did he get this information? Is it all self-taught, or did he look up some resources? Because we have plenty in the Azure Dreams Discord.
Speaking of,
Maybe he
maybe
he does have that information. Like maybe he's found a resource on it. We'll have to see if he ends up deciding to go ahead and hatch it. Also, I did not switch audio.
Yeah, there you go. Very fortunate
Plushie is in the lead.
situation for Flying Machine. He finds an elevator. Will he continue hatching the egg? No, not even, but he waited a little bit too long
Oh,
and now he needs to take a hit from that Garuda unless you decide to go for a lift lock.
this is why I generally like to stay on the elevator when I go to spend some time for HP recoveries.
But he still didn't decide to hatch the egg. He started it once, but
He
Flying
probably
Machine,
thought that
please
at
hatch the egg.
8%, it's he's probably thinking that at 8% starting percentage on that, it's just not worth the time. So he's probably just going commando at this point.
But there is nothing to play with in this tower.
There's
Okay, he
plenty
still
of
has
track and stuff
Pillar
to
and
do.
Noah Breath. But okay, that's a risk. But definitely going without the familiar is or most of the time can be faster. So I can understand the strategy. It's just that we have this omni knowledge of what is in the egg, and I so want to see game 3. And without familiar, Flying Machine has a little bit lower chance of completing the tower because even though it's not impossible, it's actually pretty hard. You Septic are one of the people who do it very regularly, but I presume you've put so much practice into it that it became like a second nature to you to go without the familiar. And like we discussed, Flying Machine is a little bit newer run, so we have no idea actually how much experience he has with this. He's got pretty good knowledge of the whole game, but there are some tricks that you just need to practice that the knowledge alone cannot overcome.
Yeah, it does. It is also important to note that no matter how much you do, uh, glitched entry, go without a familiar, commando runs, it's not free. There is too much at stake in the tower, and a lot of it does become very reliant on item acquisition. Whereas when you're running with a familiar, you don't need near as many extra items to help you get along in the tower.
There you
So,
go. Flying Machine just took the lead.
you did.
So again, we are seeing a little bit back and forth. But yeah, it's mostly because Plushie has now a situation where she can sort of fight almost anything with the mixture magic that she has. So she doesn't have to search for quick solution of easy way out that uses her inventory. She can pretty much just use her mixture magic, and that usually is slower. But of course, Flying Machine will not have infinite inventory. Sooner or later, he will run out of those, and then what? And yeah, you have to watch out. 2 items next to each other on these floors. 99% of the times, it's Manoiva. That Noah Breath Ball has been used many times, and yeah,
Oh,
it's out. So what will you do?
the clown will be able to kill it if it decides not to low down. He's gonna heal.
But that would be such a waste of a good clown.
It will be.
Now
Oh,
you have
this
to take a
room.
little bit of a risk. Okay, luckily the troll doesn't. Oh, it did wake up, and
I would
we
have
will
walked
have to.
further away from it.
That was ballsy. You
That would
potentially
have been
risked
dead.
2 hits, and that would have been it. But now you do have to take a hit from at least 1 Manoiva, if not 2. Your only play is toss away the troll. Oh, not like this.
Oh no.
I think that's gonna be it. It's gonna be really hard to get out of this situation alive. That troll is still.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. You are left with 3 HP.
He really needs an elevator now, though. You don't want to keep all these monsters following you, but you don't have a whole lot of solution here. This is a risk at this point with so low HP. I mean, we all know that it's either going to work or not.
And
50-50
Plushie
with a
takes back the
clown.
lead. In the meantime, and she's showing the power of AoE magic at double spell level. Destroy the whole fire room. There you
Clown
go.
opted to smack the Maneva. Pillars on water. Oh no. That's
That's
just
gonna
gonna
take
waste so
2
many
charges
balls.
at least. That Noah breath is empty. I wouldn't have
Got
tossed it
50 HP.
away.
It's nowhere close.
Yeah, you do gotta use 2 charges. And that pillar ball was already used, so I think we cannot have a guaranteed charge from the pillar ball anymore. It's really, really getting tough for Flying Machine. When he tossed the deck, he did see that it was a clown, and yeah, he might have regretted at that point that he didn't hatch it, because with a clown, dealing with Manoivas would be very simple task, especially when the clown would have its original element of wind. Oh, that is
Oh.
interesting Why?
He saw the pathing that the monsters are taking, and so I'm thinking he knows he needs items. And he won't have another star glasses for the next floor. But why didn't he just back up and go towards the other one?
Yeah, I guess at this point he didn't find anything. He's going back to the elevator. Yeah, there you go. So
I
for
mean, bright side of that is that he did get a little bit of healing doing that little walk around, so
there was an elevator on the
needed
screen
healing.
on 17, but first you gotta deal with the trolls. Plushie had a very simple situation, just use a mixture magic and that was it. Oh,
Oh,
that
that's
was
so
very
bad.
unfortunate bomb trap. And now it looks like you need to take at least 2 hits unless you get the pickup. You still gotta take 2
That's not the
hits.
one I would have picked up, though. He could have thrown the other one further away.
Okay, he did survive. What is the play here?
Run. There's no other play at this point.
Yeah, he cannot take another hit. He does have
Pillar
that
might
pillar
kill.
ball that might kill, but yeah, he's already level 11. That is not bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the pillar ball will
Oh no,
kill.
there was a misstep. So now you do have to take the hit. So yeah, go for the pickup. Yeah, another pickup successful.
But now
There
he's
you go.
holding this monster while walking around. Oh, in that one tile hallway, he could have turned and pillared the other one. Yeah, that picket isn't going to allow this.
And I know
That's
that I've said
dead,
it
I think.
multiple times, but yeah, now it looks like even if you pick it up, that picket has a double speed. So it will always catch up to you and it will always hit you and make that troll.
He has to pick up the one directly in front of him, turn around, and pillar the other one. That should force the other troll out of hitting distance. And then take a couple smacks from the picket, of course.
But you cannot take too many smacks.
No, definitely not.
Okay, pillar
That's not
alone
gonna do it.
will.
He should have picked
So we
up the
know
other
that
troll
it's a
first.
kill.
Oh, the level up.
Okay, the
Oh,
steal from a
the
picket actually
miracle.
saved him. I think that picket would have killed
Oh,
him. And another. And there is no more
and
pillar.
now he knows it's empty.
So scary. Oh, unfortunately. And there is this picket coming, which will make it a little bit troublesome to us
No,
because it will
sword
always
throw.
hit it.
He has to skip a turn now, and then move left, and then throw the troll. Yeah.
And there you go. That's GG. That is a win for Plushie because she's already on floor 18. So the winner of this match is Plushie, but we may have a potentially friendly third. Septic will take care of it, asking our runners what is the situation here, whether they want to continue Azure Dream goodness for us or whether they're done for the day. Let's see how it's gonna work. But yeah, Plushie wins the match and she advances. Unfortunately for Flying Machine, that's it for him in the tournament. He drops out while Plushie in the next round goes to fight against Resonair. So let's see what Septic will get from our runners, whether he's able to convince them to play the game again for us. Flying Machine was unfortunately having a little bit bad luck. If he opted to hatch that egg a little bit earlier, the situation might have been much, much, much different. So yeah, she's got to fight the Zoo the Whisperer. Good one, Diesel. Rezoner had a very good luck with picking up Zoo in one of his previous matches. So I guess that's his title now. Let's see what Septic is getting. It seems that like Flying Machine is up for a friendly third. And I guess Plushie will be as well because she decided to have a quick restroom break and then she will be back. So it looks like we'll be seeing a friendly third. So yeah, Chad, you've got some time to decide or like predict what's gonna happen in seed number 3 in terms of items and starting familiar. What we're gonna get. I'm gonna continue saying I do want to see a killer. Knowing Septic, he's gonna say that he wants to see a golem. So let's see. And Azure Yumek doubled that he wants a golem. Then Knight tells that he wants a killer. So we've got 2 for killer, 2 for golem.
Yeah, Azure Yume, my man.
So Sand Knight is
What I'm
my
talking
man.
about.
We still have a tie, Septic. We need a tiebreaker. And the tiebreaker is a Batnel. That's not a tiebreaker.
That's Revan's vote. That's
Yeah.
now
And
we
and
got a
if
three-way tie.
and if Revan was not asleep, which we think that probably he already is, we would have 2 for Batnel too. uh, but yeah, actually, can I take a short break? Septic, can you take care of it? Like just 30 seconds. I just need to get some water.
Yeah, no worries. It looks like got confirmation from Plushie. She's back, and the runners are now loading up the third seed. Yeah, what about in the egg? Does anybody want to see any special fusions? Or more Barong hype, which I'm up for.
And I'm back.
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
Same another killer.
Oh, so Sand Knight was a tiebreaker. Killer wins. Sorry.
No, this was about eggs. What do we
Uh,
want to see in the eggs? And Knight's another killer.
oh, well, that makes 3 for the killer. So, yeah, our runners are loading seed number 3. This time without any pressure, so probably there won't be any uh, mistakes that can come out of the pressure from the match. So now there will be just Azure Dream Goodness and nothing else.
I don't know if Flying Machine knows about glitched entry. I'd be curious to know that. Plus he does know. I wonder if she'll opt to do that.
I think she did it once in one of the friendly turds. So who knows, maybe. Okay, Flying Machine almost on the seed screen. The correct seed should be ending with
0451.
0451. Yeah.
And
Plushie
plus she has
already
it.
there. Yeah, that is correct. Plushie seed is good.
And for Flying Machine, wrong seed.
Oh, he loaded seed number one. That's how our seeds are generated. They're sort of um, in the descending order, with like the highest number being the first. So if you check it from the Windows Explorer, or however you're loading the seed, the first one will be the last one. So sometimes it confuses the runners. But yeah, that's a quick fix. Just load a different seed and we'll be back very, very, very quickly.
This is why I always separate the seeds into different folders just to make sure I know which seed is which.
Black magic. It's programmer's magic. We don't understand many times what programmer is talking about. He confirmed many times that he's just an AI, or maybe the AI, not just an AI. So who are we to understand whatever he is doing?
I was like, so what? Plushie backwards.
Is the randomizer counting down until it self-destructs? Who knows? Maybe. With the amount of seconds that this number would represent, probably we still have like a good couple years before that happens. Ooh. Flash, you already ready. Uh, Flying machine will be ready soon-ish. So yeah, like Knight says, in the history of the random Toolkit tournaments that we organized, there are already quite many matches. I don't know the exact number, but I would roughly estimate it to around 60 matches probably. And in none of the matches we had seen a killer, I presume, either as a starter or as an egg. So that is very interesting. I think we have seen every other monster that this game has to offer, but somehow not killer. Randomizer doesn't like killers. But hopefully that will change in this seat. Yeah, flying machine seed is correct, so it will be started very, very, very soon. Yes, and I guess like we can start complaining if we have like, I don't know, 1 million matches and there is still not a single killer. So we still have a ways to go. What are you waiting for? Just organize more tournaments, then we'll get to those 1 million matches.
What is the chances of a killer overall?
I think like all of the monsters have pretty much even chances. There's no bias towards any monster. It's just a random number. Of course, because it's pseudo-random number, if you, let's say, generated all the seeds for all the possible seeds throughout the time of the tournament, uh, the distribution wouldn't be even. There could be some biases here or there. But when you're generating it, technically all of the monsters have even chance to be there.
We've got a countdown going. We should see them take off shortly.
And yeah, we will also know what is the familiar and whether it's that famous unfamous killer, or maybe it's not
It's
even in the game at all.
it's definitely going. Who are we kidding?
True. Golem Boy is a good boy. Who's a good
Fire
boy?
Golem.
Oh, Wind Golem. It's
Yep.
gotta be a natural.
Does killer even exist? It doesn't.
Get to floor 29 and you will learn whether they exist. They have something to say about that.
Has Sam not even seen floor 29?
I don't
think
think
he
so.
has.
Yeah. Have you ever finished the game Sand Knight? Oh, Plushie being a little bit drunk, but she gets to the
Oh yeah, that's
bridge.
a nice split in the times.
Flying Machine started a little bit later, like 7 seconds later, roughly, but that's okay. And it's gonna be what? I actually missed it. And it's a Dreamin'. That is not a very exciting monster. Not exciting at all.
So Dreaming comes with the AoE magic though. It just has a really not so great and people for such an expensive spell.
Yeah. Same spell, pretty much same mixture magic that Metal had in the previous game. It's just that this monster is much worse than Metal. We need to ping Flying Machine for the state display. I'm gonna do it.
And for the egg, we have death.
Oh, bye, Dreaming.
Goodbye, Dreaming.
It was nice knowing you, or maybe not. We don't care.
Nah, just put it in the bag, release it, I don't even care. And get rid of it. It's just a Dreaming.
You mean, Sand Knight, that you were world record holder by reaching floor 28 only? But yeah, Dreamin' is completely useless to us. We're gonna get Death out. That is an evolved form of a clown that we've seen in the previous game. But now Clown will be the main guy. Oh, actually Plushie is using that Dreamin'. Just for the heck of it?
You might be getting a little too excited.
Unfortunately.
She gave it a chance. She used it to kill a Palumpa and she was like, nah, I'm done.
Oh, that we will see a fusion for those. No, actually, it's not a bad fusion on its own. Oh, what happened? Death is dead on Flying
What?
Machine's side. I didn't notice, but I know that he was fighting a troll, and I think he was fighting it next to him, which wasn't a good idea because as powerful as Death is, on level 1, it stands no chance against the troll.
8
So-
HP, that's 2 hits.
Yeah. That was a little bit bad decision on Flying Machine's side. So he either goes commando, or he goes with a Dreamin'.
Let's see some Dreamin' hype.
Right now with this, I would definitely switch to Blizzard Sword. That would be something that can easily carry him through the first few floors. That wand doesn't do him any good. That
I
fine.
remember in his previous match, he was wanted to really avoid curse status. I wonder if that's what he's thinking right now. Because that Blizzard Sword is way, way better, especially on these floors.
And there you go, Plushie goes for the fusion.
Sleep proof.
And this also gives us a fire version. To be honest, I think I would have waited with this one a bit. Because on water floors that are coming, that wind golem or wind death would have been really useful. And until you get there, there is really not that much that can hurt you, especially when you have a diamond shield, even though it's cursed. But I probably would have waited with that fusion a bit.
I don't know. I'm very averse to the idea of hitting a bomb trap.
But that bomb trap wouldn't kill the death. It would definitely damage it a lot, but it wouldn't kill it.
I don't know. 16 HP at level 2? Yeah, maybe not, but it is wind element, so it's hard to say. I think it actually might. The 16 HP is not a lot, not level 2.
Let me quickly check that. How that would work. Calculation.
Also saying, I see the sassy. Have I seen floor 29? Do you mean when I was the world record holder? What was your time? What's your time now? Let's talk about that. It's kind of hard to be world record holder when the world record is 24 minutes. Or 27, depending on the category. I'm just saying, man. Yeah, it looks like Flying Machine is in the lead. He's at floor 5. Definitely looks like he doesn't want to play with the dream. My time was the best time. Let's not talk numbers then. Alright. I see how it is. Yeah, so it looks like we have completely commando Flying Machine. He's got a Near Rise and a Noah Breath, so that's really good. The Noah Breath will definitely help him through 6 or 10. Near Rise 10 through probably all the way through 10 through 15. Of course, Krakens and Nuels are still an issue. If he sells charges from 6 through 10, then he can use a Noah Breath for them. He should be looking good for floor 15. Hopefully he finds more items along the way.
Or he can turn to a frog. We have learned recently that while you're a frog, you can actually attack enemies. I don't think that we've ever seen that happening in the tournament, but that is very much possible.
Yeah, you do still have an attack option. It just doesn't do anything. Which is actually interesting because monsters won't attack you while they're a frog. Which, you know, thinking about it, why do they not?
Because they know it's pointless.
Yeah, but then they hop around you like, hey, I'm right here.
That is huge for Flying Machine. He has found the restore scroll and he is back in the game. And he's back in the game in a quite good sense. He's level 1, but he's on water floor. So all he needs is just some, not paralysis trap. Definitely that's not what he needs. CC, don't go for it yet. Just find the water monster and hit it from afar.
Yeah, but he's also level 5, so bomb traps are an insta-kill for sure.
Oh yeah, and, at this point it would be insta-kill because I would have attacked that U-boat while it was sleeping.
It's emerged on the second turn though. That spell is level 2, so it should still do decent damage.
Yeah, there you
19.
go.
That's
and that should give you
hits.
2 levels, or yeah, at least 1 level, almost 2.
Does he know it's ranged?
That is a very interesting question. That one will take quite a while. I think Clown has like 30 or 31 HP, so that would be like 5 hits.
Oh, don't.
Oh, buddy, don't. You already lost your familiar once this way. Yeah, there you go.
Walk into your boy.
And that's a mistake number 2. Unfortunately, that was too weak to survive a hit from a Clown.
Yeah, he... Oh!
We gotta switch.
Is that a Holy Bell?
There is the
she has a Holy Bell, but this is... They're still on the floor. Like... This is very, very scary.
Yeah, so even though Flying Machine is in the lead, but we'll switch the audio to Plushie's side because she did hit a monster then, and quite a big monster then to add. And we do love that cat jam. Plushie can handle it thanks to that Holy Bell, because Holy Bell lasts for quite long, but it's gonna take her quite also long time to get out of this situation. And now
Yeah,
this
and
whole
she's...
floor will be crawling with monsters that she will probably have to fight.
Oh, no, the elevator's right there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Cat jam time is over. We're back to your regularly scheduled content with Flying Machine being on floor 10 and in the lead.
Oh, monster dens are always hyped, though.
Do you remember how many times he has used that near rise ball? Was it 2 times or more?
I honestly haven't seen him use it at all.
I've seen him using it on a flame.
Oh, on a flame? Yeah, I didn't see that earlier.
But yeah,
But as long as he has a couple uses of it, that means he's safe to go for a lift on like a griffin or a volcano.
yeah, he's got pretty good inventory because he's got near rise, yeah, assuming that he's got some charges there to deal with fire monsters, Noah breath to deal with water monsters. He only has to worry about wind monsters, but there is nothing really scary that is wind for quite a while. And many things that will be wind will be actually liftable. So at least until floor 20-ish somewhere, he should be good. The curse, that's not needed. Yeah, but I think you're right with Flying Machine being very scared of the curse status because he's still using his original copper shield while he, for example, has a leather shield.
Do we know for sure he knows about the dodge? The dodge bonus of the leather shield?
That I don't know. There you go, another charge of Neo Rise.
And it's looking like there's 1 floor difference now. Oh, she's caught back up.
And that elevator on floor 10 was pretty easy to find. Of course, assuming that Plushie goes in the right direction, but let's see. Also, Flying Machine has exit loop and start glasses. So does Plushie. Actually, Plushie has 2 star glasses and an exit loop, so she can catch up pretty quickly if she needs to. But I don't think that like letting Clown fighting on AI1 is the best idea here. You've got super powerful mixture magic here. Use it, Plushie. Yeah, that's HP is dangerously low right now. You never wanna let it happen.
That might be why she went ahead and threw that sleeping troll. Yeah, she's avoiding battles now.
Yeah, even though that battle would be as simple as probably a single max 2 mixture magic attacks. And especially when they are ranged, should be quite easy. But okay, now it looks like you gotta fight Plushie. Yeah, she didn't even want to use range mixture magic. Yeah, it's a single hit dead, but I don't think that Volcano will be single hit. Yeah, you will need to have 2 hits. You could have avoided DamagedPlushie if you used range magic.
I'm pretty sure she is aware that it's ranged.
Yeah, I'm quite sure as well. She knows that.
Maybe she feels it's just a lot easier, like thought process and speed wise, like just let the monster get close and smack it. Rather than try to line up with it, maneuver your monster so that it's not in the way, and then do the command menu, all that stuff.
Interesting
Maybe we'll see it come out more later.
Interesting choice on Plushie's side. She swapped her Scarlet Wand into Money Wand. But that actually doesn't really matter at all, because the power of Death's Mixture Magic doesn't depend on the weapon. It only depends on the level of the spell.
That's quite unfortunate, because it would just be so much stronger if it actually benefited from your wand.
If it's not strong enough.
Yeah, if it's not strong enough.
With that power double spell level, at level like 20-25, it can deal even like more than 100 damage. That's how powerful it is. And the fact that you can do it from a range, that just adds to the bonus. Because you don't need to take a hit, you can like hit the monster multiple times and just be done with it. In the meantime, on Flying Machine side... What?
Oh, that was an input error.
Noah Breath, that's a good find. That's a good find.
Okay, good. I love seeing that he threw it. And since it was in the room, it didn't matter if he turned him around or not. It was going to pick an exit upon the aggro.
There you go, floor number 13. Oh, and
Yeah.
we can see Plushie using range mixture magic, finally. And she also finds that Noah Breath Ball.
Oh,
That is not fun.
from downtown.
Yeah. So, Flying Machine was at sort of safe HP, and now he is not. Near Ice. That Near Ice has been used already quite many times, and oh, there you go, it's empty.
I like his usage of it at range. Like previously with the Griffin, he used the binding. Either way, it would have been just as fine here to use binding. It's showing that he's aware that he's within one hit range, or able to take damage, and also aware that his ball might not have any charges, so he has that extra time. Oh, I do not like binding here. Noah Breath would have been...
Noah Breath would have been so much better, because that Noah Breath can be used pretty much only against water monsters, while binding can be used against... Oh, that's the wrong direction.
Like all those.
That is a very bad direction, because you've got 2 more Newells to deal with on the left side.
And Plushie just showed up to the same floor. I'm afraid he might not know what the power of that Noah Breath and how useful it will be here.
Medicinal is not good, because okay, 1 more binding. You've got now 4 turns to do something. You do have to Noah Breath. Blinder. I think that's it.
No, this Nua will not kill.
Oh, okay. Luckily for him, Leather Shield worked correctly and you got a miss. But there is a Kraken to deal with. You gotta use Noah Breath. And there is another Griffon there.
This is hurting.
You cannot use Noah Breath against Griffin.
I'm wondering if that's his, what's going through his mind is that maybe he thinks it's an ice element? Noah and Nia are different, but they look very similar.
If you pick up and it fails, that can be it. Blinder will not very much help. Yeah, there you go. Rise.
Can't dodge a rise. But you can
Okay.
dodge that. Let's go, Leather Shield.
Second.
Now you're begging for an elevator. Oh my goodness.
He was on this floor first, so if he goes down, Plushie still needs to get to floor 14. And it looks like it's gonna be it because
I'm feeling it's
what do
no
you
longer
do
an if.
against 6 monsters here? There is simply nothing. You can run only as long as you know
Lift
there is
this.
nothing coming from the other direction.
Even if he lifts this griffin and throws it into that room, even if it chooses the opposite exit, he can't lift this other one and then just go around.
Yeah, you would need to have like now what, two dodges and 2 lifts.
Never win, never give up. A single lift and 2 dodge. You can dodge while you're holding something. I think. That or it's just a miss. Does dodge calculation come into play?
I have no idea. There you go.
That's it.
Flying machine goes down, but Plushie didn't win that round yet.
I'm still looking for the exit.
Yeah, she has 2 star glasses and an exit loop, but she doesn't know that. She only needs 1 more floor. She finds truth glasses. She now knows how many charges that Noah Bread Ball has. That Griffin will not be a problem. Yeah, just in 1 hit already. It's already that high of a level that it can dispose of everything in 1 hit. Oh, there is the train that killed Flying Machine, but Plushie was able to find an elevator, and there you
And
go.
there
She
we
gets to
go.
floor
GG.
14. That's GG. Let's try to invite our runners for interview. I already have sent them the link, so you can just ask them Septic whether they want to join. And if you have any questions to our runners chat, feel free to post them now while we are waiting for the runners to join. I can see that Flying Machine is already here. Let's move him to the correct channel. Hello, Flying Machine. GG. Yeah, a little bit tough luck with those familiar deaths, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in seed number 3, you were like, okay, that is an amazing familiar, but you had unfortunate miscalculation against the troll and it died in the first fight, right?
Yep.
And then you found the restore scroll, so you're back in the game. But then again, small miscalculation and it was dead. But regardless, you've done an amazing job running solo there. So kudos to that. Yeah, hello Plushie. That unfortunately wasn't enough for Plushie because she was able to keep her death in seed number 3 and keep it running and doing good job for her. But let's do step by step. Seed number 1, give me your thoughts.
There were so many blinder balls. It was amazing. I love those. I didn't get to use them yet though, because I was just like conserving them.
Yeah, because you had an amazing familiar to start with, and not only an
Oh, we
amazing
did.
familiar, but also an egg to fuse with. And we were thinking that this dragon is basically invincible.
Oh yes.
It
Some of
But
was
my
for a
favorite.
while.
it was for a while. Yeah, on Flying Machine side, actually it died. I don't remember what did it die to. Was it?
Blinder.
Oh, a
Oh
blind.
no.
Yeah, and it was fighting two unicorns.
Unicorns. I had
Oh.
yeah, I had a water dragon and it was fighting 2 unicorns, and it was just kind of over. I was like, I saved it for like an extra 3 turns with a familiar bell because you can't command them, but you can pull them with a familiar bell. But I should have taken a couple extra steps, but probably still would have died.
I really like that strategy of yours of using that familiar bell. That's usually not what familiar bells are used for, but that was the right moment to use it. You were in a pickle. Unfortunately, that wasn't something that saved you, but yeah, a really nice situation. If I recall right, in that room, Plushie actually was fighting those unicorns. I didn't see exactly how did you get yourself into that pickle of dragon being blind. Did you
A
try to find the
unicorn.
unicorns as well?
The
Or was
unicorns did it. I decided to walk away from them
okay.
because I knew that if they both woke up, that I wouldn't be able to defeat them both.
Oh, okay. And if I recall right, Flashy was just able to kill them because she did find a stream one that you never found, and her dragon being water, she was able to uh, power through unicorns. Defense being wind with the
Hmm.
sheer power of a stream one. She was able to kill them, I think, in 2 or 3 hits. So after she disposed of one unicorn, there was only one left, so it was a little bit easier job there. So yeah, my question here is because what we noticed with Septic in your gameplay is that you were sort of very hesitant to try new equipment, even if that equipment was, let's say, supposed to benefit you either with damage or the defense. Can you tell us why? We're just wondering whether it may be that you were afraid of getting a curse, or is there some other reason?
I
Asking
mean,
for
yeah, I was like, you asking me or
Yeah, sorry, yeah, it's to you flying.
yeah, like I just exactly that. I got cursed in the second round and the second match like right away, and it was like, yeah, I know. What am why am I trying new equipment? Most of the equipment becomes kind of irrelevant as you get higher and higher in the floors, anyways. But having that curse on you kind of just like screws everything up.
Yeah, I hate the curse. I try not to equip stuff unless it's like, do I commit to this item? It's like,
I don't like curse when I'm playing, but I like curse when other people are playing because then we get to see Grumpy Co.
oh, of course you do,
Yeah,
Jai.
We don't have many chances to see Grumpy Co, so why not?
yeah, it was unfortunate. I had a whole bunch of times where I got like really lucky, but it was never quite enough.
Yeah, in round one, Plushie was simply a little bit better conserving the dragon, and it was able to survive. And dragon is such a powerful monster, especially with that Naplas fused in, that she simply was never in any real danger, especially once she got out of those wind floors. So that was a little bit unfortunate. But
That's
yeah,
kind of the funny thing about that is that I what I really got screwed by was the grid, because when my dragon got blind, I actually had 2 CC, right? I think I had one to each. I think I had a C win and a fire seed or a light seed, and I just couldn't give it to him. And I was standing at like an oblong angle, so I couldn't like throw it or anything. That's why I ended up using the familiar bell. I did give it to him, but it wasn't enough with him just like standing there. He was just walking by, getting punched over and over again, you know?
Ouchies.
yeah, that was a very big ouch. If you toss that light seed maybe a little bit earlier, then you maybe would have a chance. But the dragon was still blind, so it would be really hard to like do anything to him. You couldn't even bag him. So
Yeah, and I was trying to go up the floors like really fast.
that was very unfortunate. But yeah, seed number 2. That one was a little bit different situation. So
See, we started out with the Ifrit, and then we got block.
metal.
Yeah, we hatched
Yeah.
a metal. Yeah.
Did you flying machine use metal and Ifrit?
I did not.
Oh, you did not. I think Plushie did, right?
What was the question?
Ifrit and metal, you did fuse them. You actually did.
Eventually.
Yeah, you did actually like very smart thing there because you wanted to keep the fire element and you did find truth glasses, so you knew that the egg was a clown. And I presume you wanted to keep that final monster fire, so yeah, tell us.
Yeah, I kind of was rotating. I'm like, if I give it the CC now to the thing, then I would be water. But if I don't, then I could use or if I use the CC, I can use it to switch it to wind. Which one do I want to go? And like, I sat for a while trying to figure out what to do. And I was like, you know what? Just go with water. Just go with water. Start moving.
Yeah, and that actually was like quite good for you because you had like a very powerful familiar in form of a metal that like it had really great defense. But also that metal had the double level of a clown and a range mixture magic of a clown. So that familiar was able to like let you go very, very, very high because it was so safe.
Oh
But
yes, it was very safe.
yeah. On flying machine side in round number 2, I think you first lost. Was it Ifrit or was it metal that you lost first?
I lost Ifrit because the metal was so weak that I switched back to him.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, I saved the metal for floor 6 or floor 5, so that at floor 6 I could do the blooms and stuff because they're very rude.
Yeah, that mixture magic of a metal is definitely very good when it's wind against water monsters. So that was like good strategy. It let you win. But yeah, at some point, flying machine in round number 2, when you lost both of your familiars, you still had an egg, and you at some point started hatching it, but you gave up on that idea. So
It was like
what was the
crazy low percentage. And I was getting hammered so much that I was like, okay, I'll wait till I'm in a safe spot. And I kind of never found one.
Oh no!
Yeah, and then you had to toss that egg against the Manoiva, and you saw that it was a clown. So what were you thinking at that time? That like
In that moment, I was just grateful that it was wind. And so it actually killed the monster.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, but unfortunately for you at that time, you were almost out of all the resources, and it was really hard for you to get anything further down the road. 2 rounds to Plushie on this one. Any questions from you, Septic?
Why no dreaming?
I actually was thinking about glitched entry, and I like got up there. And I'm like, no. I don't want to do the third one. I'm gonna do my best. And then I got it, and it was a dream. And I'm like, I should have glitched entry. I hear Septic laughing right now. Just a dreaming.
He was thinking that you would do it.
it.
Because he knows that you can do glitched entry, and he was hoping that you would do it. That's a question also to you, Flying Machine. Do you know glitched entry?
I do, but I've never actually done it.
Oh, okay. I get you.
Regarding the Dreamin', though, I actually wish I had realized it sooner. I had thought it had died already because they're so weak. I had forgotten that I still had it because at the end there I think I was being followed by 4 creatures and I had two more in front of me. And if I had pulled it out sooner, I could have done the return trick, and then I could have just sat there and killed all of them.
Oh gosh, I forget that trick exists. I used the dreaming to turn my thing into fire, and then I think I got a water seed or something. I don't know what it's at now. Oh, did you hit that the monster den?
No.
No.
It was really low, but it was a very thick monster den.
It was. There was
It's like a really big room.
It was everywhere.
yeah, there was over 20 monsters, I'm pretty sure, in there. It was
Yep.
insane.
Yeah, it was in the scene number 3, right, when you had death.
Yep. And I was like, I don't have those acid rainbows that I had before.
Luckily for you, you had a holy bell at that time, so you were able to chase those monsters away while you were picking at them with the death.
Yeah, the death was fire, so I was like, forget the menu of this. I'll just pop the little cyclones. They'll give me some health. They're sleepy anyway. They don't mind. They just sleep longer.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, like I mentioned, Plushie did win this match, and she proceeds to the next round of the tournament, where she will be matched against Resoner. As Diesel said, he is what was the exact term that he used? Was it a zoo charmer? No, sorry, zoo whisperer. So you'll be playing against a zoo whisperer. For flying machine, unfortunately, that's it in the tournament. But thank you for your participation. That was your first time in the tournament. Hopefully, not the last one. You definitely left a good impression, especially this being your no, you're being new to the community. You showed quite good knowledge of the game. So hoping to see
Woo!
you. Hoping to see
Welcome,
more of
flying
you.
machine.
Man, I love this game.
Yeah.
Yay, I'd love to hear that.
This game is like totally one of my absolute favorite games.
Oh, we gotta play again sometime.
Here.
For sure.
You
Yeah.
gotta try good to beat me.
So
You
I
can do
watched
it.
a couple of your matches before this and was like, oh, I'm probably not going to win now.
Oh, I look like I did good.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you overestimate me.
speaking of, if you do want to play more of this game and discuss with people who love this game, I just posted a link to our Discord, more than 600 members, very welcoming community. Feel free to join. We would be very happy to have you. Apart from that, links to the runners. Please do follow them on Twitch if you want to see more of Azure Dreams and other things. And also, if you feel like it, there are also links to the commentary Twitches. I don't really stream, but Septic here is a very active streamer. He does it like 3-4 times a week. So
It's
definitely
very fun.
something and fun to watch for sure. But yeah, I guess that would be it from us for today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Plushie. Thank you, Flying Machine. Thank you, Septic. Thank you, chat. And thank you, Speed Gaming. As usual, amazing work from your side making this event possible. We will have more of Azure Dreams on Saturday, where we will have another match in the tournament. And I think the next one, even though it's not scheduled yet, will be on Sunday. So there are still 2 more matches in this week. And that's not even it. We still have the tournament ongoing for a few more weeks. But for today, again, thank you very much. Good night or good day, depending on where you are. Take care.
Have a good night, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you very much.
GG's.
Curry. GG's.